Teaching of composition for standard 9th and 10th in paper 1. Word limitation of composition is 300 to 350 words. A composition must have 3 parts: introductory part, body part, and conclusion one. If a composition will be written without conclusion, it is a half work done, or it will be considered as incomplete work. Composition always write a composition under certain guidelines. Composition written under guidelines on a very topic will help you to save time and maintain a coordination of the topic. Write composition in a simple language, in a simple style, and in a simple expression. Avoid spelling mistakes and structural mistakes. Give suitable examples and write some nice sayings or proverbial sayings. Composition judges your vocabulary and wording power. That's why composition deals with in your creative power. If you are having good creative power, you can write a very effective composition. Composition is quite mark fetching, and you have to do little hard work for that. It also highlights your writing skills. So, composition is a very important and very essential part of language paper or paper 1. That's why try to pay utmost care for writing composition. If you are having good skill in writing composition, take it granted you are having very good command over language, over your vocabulary, and over your writing skills. That's why, dear children, we used to highlight the very fact that you develop the culture of writing composition. When you write composition in the exam, you don't do any division. Just you go on writing from beginning to the end. That's why your composition gets or scores very less mark. So when you are preparing for ICC exam, both 9 and 10th classes, you take it granted you are preparing for ICC board exams. Your paper, final paper, will be checked by outside teachers. So when they will check your paper, first they will check the composition part, and from the composition they will know your depth in the particular language. That's why please pay utmost care for writing composition. Many composition books are there written by very prominent writers. Please go through them and go through the articles coming up in different magazines and read them, try to understand them, see their writing styles, see how they have systematically maintained introductory part, body part, and conclusion. And you see how the composition is well managed, well organized, well coordinated. That is very important. When you write a composition in an exam, keep in mind that your composition should have a very good chain link. It should maintain a chronological order. It should have beginning, middle part, and conclusion. And they should be reflected through paragraphs. Don't give the subtitle like introduction, body part, conclusion. No need of writing like this. You write in a paragraph manner. The first paragraph will be considered as an introductory part. Second will be considered as the body part, the subject matter part. The third one will be conclusion that highlights your opinion and your message. So with that sense, please go on writing a composition. If you write a composition as you write, as you like it, then it will not be mark fetching. Why? Composition is a kind of art. It is a kind of your creativeness. You express in a such a way that will highlight your writing ability, writing capacity, because you are going to write in ICC exam in a all India basis level. Who will check your paper? The way he will read your composition, he will consider that you are well trained, you have knowledge in writing composition, you understand everything, you have selected the right topic, then you have systematized the topic, you have given a very good division of the topic, you have written with a nice introductory part, with a nice body part or subject matter part, you have given a very effective conclusion with your personal opinion and message to the society. So your composition will be evaluated with very good credits. If you write just to for the sake of writing, because your composition will be graded, first grade will be given, then mark will be awarded. If you write in a careless manner, without caring about the spelling mistakes, without caring about the appropriate words, without caring about the systematic approach, then it will have the very poor grade and accordingly will be allotted very poor mark, very less mark. In composition, what happened? When they will grade your composition, they will go through your composition and they will understand your way of expression, way of communication, way of your understanding, and your presentation. All these things will be considered in such a way that the examiner will know that the child has very good standard in the subject, very good standard in writing the composition. The child has a very good creative art of writing. Then teacher will evaluate your paper and will give marks accordingly. Even in ICC we give mark up to out of 20 we give marks up to 18, up to 19. So another thing, word limitation must be maintained. If you write less than the word given or more than the word limitation, you will be penalized. 25% of the allotted mark will be given in the form of penalty. So you are going to get 20, and if it happens you may be getting 8 marks or 7 marks, so your mark will be badly affected. So take it very carefully and seriously that the writing of composition is your personal art of writing. You develop it nicely. You go through different articles, writings of the great people. If you are fond of writing story, go through the good story writers, go through their books, read their style of writing, read their presentation of the characters, read their dialogue expression, read their characterization, all sorts of things. Whatever composition you write, no problem. But one thing you have to follow according to our ICC rules. Your mark is only 20 marks and word limitation is 300 to 350 words. So within this you have to conclude your composition. And if you write accordingly and systematically in a correct way, you will be given the highest credit. So that's why, my dear children, please pay special attention towards composition writing. Still time is there. You can form a good habit and hobby of writing good composition. For that, you have to undertake some suggestions from your teachers. You have to go through different type of good composition books where compositions are nicely narrated, nicely explained, nicely reflected, and you also try to write, practice them. It is said, no, practice makes a man perfect. So your perfection in writing composition will come to you only when you go through the compositions and write them according to your own way. Keep on trying, because writing composition is not a overnight preparation. It is not an overnight job. You have to keep touch with it, because what happens in composition, you dramatize your power of wordings, expression, sentence structure, correct spellings, and avoid errors. In language paper, what happens? We are very much particular about the spelling mistakes. We are very much aware of your wrong wordings. For that, mark will be minus. So that's why try to maintain a kind of perfection in writing the composition. Now when we check the papers, if the composition will be okay, then letter writing will be also okay. If a child has written composition not up to the mark, then his letter writing will not be considered accordingly. Why? Because the composition writing is the very platform where the child has a very clear-cut expression. He has to display his wordings and vocabulary. If his composition is very low standard, his letter writing will be badly affected. If format part is okay, the content part will be badly affected. Conclusion part will be badly affected. The child will not get maximum marks. He or she will be getting minimum marks. That's why composition is the root thing. If you are okay regarding composition, that means you will have the full control over the paper one. You will have the very good control over the grammar part. You will have a very good control over other parts of paper one. So please pay full attention to composition. You keep on trying, write the composition. Whenever teacher gives composition in the class, please sincerely write the composition.
Babu,
The minute way. Review. Come on बेटा 40 मिनट्स तक करके छोड़ो अब फैन तो खोल देना बेटा so please listen. Composition writing is an art of writing. It deals with the style of writing. Children in class 9th and 10th, they adopt very nice quality of writing composition because they have to participate in essay writing competition in outside and in the school competitions. So they always sharpen their knowledge in writing composition. Composition reflects your creative part, how much you are creative, because you are learning English from the root of the school. You remember, you are in an English medium school. So those are here in English medium school, they should be very smart in writing composition, very smart in writing letter, very smart in writing email, very smart in writing notice writing. So these are the very primary thing for them. But I have seen what they learn in class 8, they forget in class 9. What they learn in class 9, they forget in class 10. Once again we repeat the same thing. Why? I don't understand. It is a kind of process. It is a kind of system. Because society fully depends upon you. You are the student of convent school, thoroughly English medium school. Many will ask you, please do this thing for us, please write this thing for us. You will say, I don't know the format of this. I don't know the right way of writing this application or writing this formal letter or informal letter. Why? Thing is that you don't pay attention to it. And when you will pay attention to it, even exam day also you ask the doubts. This is not okay. Be self-sufficient. Be self-reliant. You become very much proficient in this life. Do practice. Without practice you cannot achieve anything. I don't know your writing habits. I am not telling to 10 children in the class. I am telling to whole children in the class, all the 50 students in the class. I am telling to each one. Only 10 children, 15 children will do well, then I will think, yes, my teaching is effective. No, I am telling to each one. Each one is responsible for your writing. So please pay attention to it. Develop the very good skill in writing composition and keep a practice. Write at home. Many topics are coming up. See the magazines. Nowadays, many nice topics. Current topics are coming up. Current issues are coming up. Write on them. Express your views. Sometimes you write on narrative topic. Sometimes you write in argumentative topics. Sometimes you write on story writing, sometimes you write on picture writing. So you just highlight your multiple talents. You are a learner. You have to learn and you have to accumulate great knowledge and wisdom. And if you can, you will be self-sufficient. You will not fear that how I will write composition in the exam, how I will write letter writing in the exam, how I will write other things in the exam. Paper 1 is an unknown paper. There only you have to highlight your English knowledge, what you have collected from the foundation to the last class. So everything depends upon you. You waste time here and there, but you never concentrate on a particular thing. That's why you are fearing. So my dear children, composition writing is a very essential thing for you. Composition highlights your depth in vocabulary, depth in your language, depth in your understanding of the topic, depth in your expression and your presentation. So please make a promise that you will pay special care for writing composition. If you pay special attention to composition writing, then you can learn many things in between. You can learn nice words, nice vocabulary, nice presentation. Composition writes in a simple language, in a simple style. And simple language gives you power to express your good idea. But write in a such a way that will highlight your talent. That's why writing of composition is your personal responsibility. If you have the habit of writing nice composition, that means you are a good learner. First of all, you keep in mind the word limitation of a composition, mark of a composition. This much is the mark, this much is the word limitation, and you control yourself within this. You know many things. You have very good knowledge in many things. It doesn't mean that you will go writing more than the word limitation. No. You have to be penalized for that. So in order to avoid this penalty, please write within the very framework of word limitation. Then you will be highly credited. That's why composition writing is a special part. It is a special skill, and you learn it in such a way that you will be having the ability to participate in debate competition. You will have ability to participate in other competitions, essay writing competitions, composition writing competitions, all other activities. As you are not preparing, not paying attention, not sparing time for it, that's why it seems a kind of Himalayan task for you. Composition writing is not an Himalayan task for you. It is a part of fun. You learn out of fun. and your creativeness will be expressed. Your creativeness will be highlighted. Your creativeness will be reflected. So that's why learning of composition writing is a very, very important thing for you. If you ignore it, take it granted, paper one will be badly affected, because paper one is the unknown paper. There the child show his talents. If you write the thing, if you score good marks, then your ability, your standard, your career will be highlighted. So that's why pay full attention in writing composition. So today you make a promise that you will pay full attention to write composition. Every day you write a composition. So on one. So you promise yourself that you will pay utmost care for writing composition. You write by yourself. Ask the subject concerned teacher to check it. And in course of time, you feel yourself that you have developed a lot in writing the composition. You will have a kind of fun towards the writing composition. You will not have fear, you will have a fun. And writing composition, you will take it as your hobby. Habit will bring you a kind of hobby. Different people are having different hobbies. So you will also have the hobby of writing composition, which is the very essential part of your language paper. Most essential part. So whatever I have said regarding composition, please follow them, practice them, and give a permanent place in your memory. Word limitation of a composition, the total mark of a composition, and how you will write a composition, what are the merit parts, what are the demerit parts. You have to mark and take it granted that if you have the nice ability in writing composition, that means you have a nice achievement in the paper. This writing composition will enable you to write whatever you like to write. Anything you can write freely, because you know power of expression, you know power of assimilation, you understand the way of presentation, and all these things are there in writing composition. So pay full attention to writing composition, and you take it granted that composition highlights your talent, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your power of presentation. Power of presentation is a very, very important thing. If you prepare and present, you prepare and present. If you have nice preparation, you will have the nice presentation. So this is the time, 9th and 10th, you prepare nicely and present effectively. If you can write a composition in a very effective manner, that will highlight your power of understanding. And understanding gives you innovative thinking and thoughts. So if you have the new ideas, new thinking, new thoughts, you present them in your composition. Sometimes what happened, by reading the composition in the exam paper checking time, we understand your range of understanding, your range of expression, and your range of assimilation of your ideas. I have seen some students are having very good writing skill. Within the given limitation of the words, they will write the particular composition according to their choice, and they will have the nice beginning, very effective middle part, and very nice message oriented conclusion. So these are the power of their own talents. They have to practice. They collect the ideas from different sources and assimilate them in their writing. So you children also have the same feeling, same idea, and try to collect the different sources from different ideas and assimilate them in your writing, and then only you will be also championing writing the composition. So I hope whatever I have said to you will put them into practice, and you will be very good writer of very good composition. And if you have the mastery of her composition, you will have a very good control over paper 1, and you can have a very good scoring in paper 1. With that, I hope you will learn something. I'm sure